Hi. In previous video, we seen uh, what are the techniques, what is recommender, distance calculating recommender, and what is user items and transaction, and its types and we see detailing about those. From this, we will going to see content-based recommender system. Okay, let's see what is content-based. Content-based recommender system. Content-based filtering is one popular technique of recommendation or recommender system. The content or attributes of the things you like are referred to as content. Here, the system uses your features like and likes in order to recommend you with things that you might like. It uses the information provided by you over the internet and the ones they are able to gather and curate they curate recommendation according to the goal behind content-based filtering is to classify products with specific keywords, learn what the customer likes, look up those terms in the databases, and then recommend similar things. This type of recommender system is hugely depend on the inputs provided by users. Some common examples include Google, Wikipedia, etc. For example, when a user searches for a group of keywords, then Google display all the items consisting of those keywords. The below those keywords. It is the how recommender system is working. Website, user, analyzers, recommendation engine, website, REST API. This is how the recommendation content-based system works. The user action and analyzing recommendation, and it goes to recommendation, the recommendation engine, and goes to website, and the information written from the back from the website to the recommendation engine, it goes to the user. It's a cyclic formation, cyclic way. This is how the recommendation works. Yeah. User profile. In the user profile, we create vectors that describes the user's preference. In the creation of user profile, we use the utility matrix which describes the relationship between user and the item. With this information, the estimate we can making regarding this item user like is some aggregation of the profile of those items. Item profile. In content-based recommender, we must build a profile for each item, which will represent the important characteristic of that item. For example, if we make a movie as an item, then its actor, director, release year, and gender, genre are the most significant features of the movie. We can also add its rating from the IMDb. IMDb acronym is Internet Movie Database. In the IMDb in the item profile. Utility matrix. Utility matrix signifies the user's preference with certain items in the data gathered from the user. We have to find some relation between the items which are likely liked by the user and those which are disliked. For this purpose, we use the utility matrix. In it, we assign a particular value to each user item pair. This value is known as the degree of preference. Then we draw a matrix of a user with the respective items to identify the preference relationship. Example: suppose I am a fan of Harry Potter series and watch only such kinds of movies on the internet. When my data will be gathered from the Google or Wikipedia, it will be found out that my fan of fantasy movie. Therefore, my recommendation will be filled with the fantasy movies among all the movies. The one the ones best for me will be curated and then recommended me. This is what machine. If you search anything, it will be shown in every website you visited. If you're searching, uh, if you're searching an electronic item in Amazon, if searching in Amazon, and you go to YouTube or any go to YouTube for watching some video, there the electronic item what you search in Amazon will be recommended. This is what machine learning. Suppose there are two movies, one is Fantastic Beast and other is Shawshank Redemption. Then according to my preference, a fantasy movie and a Fantastic Beast will be recommended. This how once I am searched anything, if I search football videos in YouTube, then YouTube recommended only football videos. If you go to Instagram in Reels and NDV video, IGTV videos, the football videos only recommended for. This is how machine learning works. How does it work? The content-based recommendation system works on two methods, both of them using different models and algorithms. One uses the vector spacing method and is called method 1, while the other uses a clarification model and is called method 2. Method 1, the vector space method. Let us suppose you read a crime thriller book by Agatha Christie. You review it on the internet. Also, you review on more fictional book on the of the comedy genre with it and review the crime thriller book as a good and a comedy as one as a bad. Now your rating system is made according to the information provided by you. The rating system from 0 to 9, the crime thriller and detective genres are ranked as 9. The other serious books lie from 9 to 0 and the comedy ones lie at the lowest, maybe in minus. With this information, the next book recommendation you will get will be of crime thriller genres. Some probably as they are the highest rated genres for you. For this ranking system, the user vector is created which ranks the information provided by you. After this, an item vector is created where books are ranked according to the genres on it. With this vector, every book's name is assigned a certain value by multiplying and getting the dot product of the user and the item vector. And the value is then used for recommendation. Like this, the dot product of all available books searched by you are ranked and according to it, top 5 and top 10 books are assigned. This method was first method used by content-based recommendation system to recommend items to the user. Method 2, classification method. The second the second method is the classification method. In it, we can create a decision tree and find out if the user wants to read a book or not. For example, a book is considered let it be The Alchemist. Based on the user data, we first look at the author name and it is not an Agatha Christie. Then the genre is not a crime, nor in the type of the book you were reviewed. With these classifications, we conclude that this book shouldn't recommend to you. Let's see advantages and disadvantages of content-based recommendation system. Advantages of content-based recommendation system are found because The recommendations are tailored to a person. The model does not require any information about the user. This makes scaling of a big number of people more simple. The model can recognize a user's individual preference and make recommendation for niche thing that only a few other users are interested in. New items may suggest before being rated by a large number of users, as opposed to collective filtering. Disadvantage. This methodology necessitates a great deal of domain knowledge because the future representation of the item is hand engineered to some extent. As a result, the model can only be good as a characteristic that were hand engineered. The model can only give suggestions based on the user's current interest. To put it another way, the model's potential to build on the user's existing interest is limited. Since it must align the feature of a user profile with the available products, content-based filtering offers only a small amount of novelty. Only item profiles are generated in the case of item-based filtering, and users are recommended items that are close to what they rate or search for, rather than their previous background. A perfect content-based filtering system can reveal nothing surprising or unexpected. Conclusion. Here we see how machine learning helps in recommending items to a user, as we came to know how the two types of filtering and especially how about content-based filtering and methods of it. Look at the methods of content-based filtering, we understand that the computer uses many processes to make our lives easier. One of them is content-based process. Thank you.